My mother was supposed to do a concoction for me, but I got to make it through the next 8 days. We will not be stopped. And so it feels so good to be here tonight. I am here to lend support to my good friend and colleague, JP2. I did it in 2020, and I am going to do it in 2022. I feel so good because Jonelle will be voting for Shani too, you know. So are you ready to vote for JP2?
Yeah!
Are you ready for the 5th of August?
Yeah!
Are you ready for Liberation Day? We cannot gamble with our future. We must go out to vote. We must go out and elect the government we deserve. We must go out and ensure that the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards is our next Prime Minister. And in order to do that, we have to secure the victory and re-elect Jonelle Powell here in Central Bastille. He has this constituency at heart. And he echoes and advocates the dreams of the young people and the middle age and the more mature and our elderly. I am honored to stand here to support my colleague and friend. Good friend better than pocket money.
So we make through them day. Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty.
It is a wonderful time to be alive because we are going to shape the future of this great nation. We are going to say no more to dictatorship, no more to corruption. We are going forward with one movement. I am happy to see the story of hope unfolding, a story of change, a story of mobilization of a people ready to stand up for a new direction. People are now seeing that they deserve more. They deserve more than $500 to vote. They deserve more than some drinks and food. They deserve more than a few visits here and there when they wanted those visits all the time. We are going to send a strong message to the old Labour and the new Labour. So whether they're fake or they're new, all Labour is Labour, and we don't want Labour anymore. Our people are willing to work for more. No longer should we get the crumbs from the table. It is time for your fair share. Fair share is not about one family. We don't want to hear anything about Harris again. I was in church today. All the political parties were invited to come to church. And I saw the man. And the pastors them started to preach. They prayed for the electoral supervisor of election. They prayed for the candidates. They prayed for the leaders. And when the preachers started to talk about kings falling and about corruption and about people trying to meddle with the election, when I opened my eyes, I see the man disappear. Our people are not going to stand for that. Our people should be empowered to have more jobs, more opportunities, more scholarships for our young people. And so when you hear us speak about the $100 million Dream Fund, I see the glitter in the eyes of the people ready to start their businesses. I see people looking forward to more housing opportunities, not just a piece of letter being shoved in their hand 2 weeks before an election. I see my people happy to hear about quality health care and social programs to give them a little lift up. People who deserve the help should get the help. I am happy to be a part of the story of change in St. Kitts and Nevis. When I got nominated on Tuesday, I felt like victory was already there. It was a celebration because Liberation Day is coming. So, wherever you are, whether you are here tonight or viewing online, I urge you to assess the situation, assess your reality, and you have a role to play. What will you do to bring about the change that we need? What will you do to ensure that our people get more? So you have to stay with the government in power or vote for your future. And I say the future will come on the 5th of August.
Voting PAM, voting PAM, that's for the country then and now.
We can no longer stand by and watch our federation be divided. We have to embrace each other. We have to empower each other. Right now, our country is going through a dark stage. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that light is one movement, PAM and CCM.
Better days are coming, change your ways.
If you believe in more, if you believe in your future, you have no other choice but to vote for PAM in St. Kitts. And that requires you to go out early and drop your eggs by the hat. And we know that our brothers and sisters in Nevis will be doing the same thing for CCM. You have to go out and vote for your future and true prosperity in this country. Go out and vote and say no, because we don't want no $2.4 billion prison. If you say that there is peace, why do we want a prison? Go out and vote and take back your country. Take back your country from nepotism. Take back your country from corruption. Take back your country from that one family. Take back your country to secure your children's future.
All them build will be prison. They won't build no schools anymore. All them build will be prison.
This is your time. Your vote counts. Make sure it counts on 5th of August. I can tell you what my role is. My role is to be a part of this team and champion your cause. We are ready to lead in St. Kitts and Nevis. I can tell you in number 1, I am ready.
Voted for Shani, go! We voted for Shani, we voted for Shani, jump!
Somebody tell me that the representative in number 1 was campaigning and the person tell him, I am not voting for you. Well, he said, well, vote for PLP then, because I got them under pressure. I am honored to be a part of this team. And I say to you tonight, we know what we have to do. On the 5th of August, again, call a neighbor, call a friend. Get up early. Line up. Make sure that you have your ID. Because when you go and stand up and you give that person your name, the presiding officer, you stand and you know that you are standing there for your future. You are standing there to put your ex by the hat just like that. Because by 2 p.m., by 2 p.m.
Stand strong. We're stand strong.
I am not going to stand on Church Street by myself. On 2 p.m., I want everyone from constituency number 1 to join me.
We are one. We are one.
And like how government headquarters in Central, I know JP2 got it locked. So number 2, you will be there.
So we make through them there.
Central and East Bastille, they ain't doing it without West Bastille. We on the go with Milo.
So easy man, he got the better plan. For the people plant up my tree and he constituency.
Boy, I don't know who taller, whether it's me or Grant. But I know it is Grant for sure in number 4.
Grant! You sharing legs. You sharing legs.
From the farm to the cabinet table, Troy is able.
From the farm to the table, Troy is able.
When David done with Goliath, the weight loss program will be over. And so, in number 7, we are there with David Penn.
Constituency number 7. Let me see the hands, let me see the rocks, let me see the flags. Right now, let me see them hands.
The deputy sheriff is bringing it in because all Drew will be falling. Somebody will have to retire. They can no longer run in this country. They need to end their political career because it will be Chesley O'Neill Hamilton.
Keep in the promise and look for the people. Put it on them palm, no need no vehicle. Heart of a lion flat.
And as Lindsay would say, any good team needs a leader. Any good team needs a leader. And number 5, I love Sean too, you know. My husband, not like that. I love Sean too. And so, I am saying, I am ready to be in cabinet with the next Prime Minister, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, and we will be victorious because Nevis is coming with us. I love you, St. Kitts. Good night.
Sean, we love you, and I can tell you love us too. We feel you.
I like how Shani said that she's going, but she's not going without Central and West Bastille. So the whole of Bastille are going to be gold. The whole of Bastille, everywhere you turn, gold. Gold and golden. And on Saturday, it's very funny that she said that because on Saturday, all 3 constituencies have an event that they are doing together. So at 1 p.m., they're going to start a drive-through, and this drive-through will run through constituencies 3, 2, and 1. So it's already a precursor and a premonition that they are not leaving out one another. This is the mini motorcade. It's not the big one. It's a practice. It's a practice. So that whenever the new Prime Minister, after he come out of the plastic, and he indicates a time for the big Palm CCM motorcade, And Mr. Prime Minister, can we have one in St. Kitts and one in Nevis? How do you feel about that? It sound good? If you want to motorcade, say, ooh. Okay then. Central Basti, are you in the building? Are you here? Are you here? JP2 fans, are you here? Now a lot of people always ask me how I feel about Jonelle. And when I got to talk, they just said, no, you're too passionate. But that speaks to the type of representation that I get from the Honorable Jonelle Powell. That representation causes me to be as passionate as I am. One of the persons that posted me on my birthday posted the caption, Miss JP2, and I responded, I said, you got that right? I didn't even say thank you for the birthday wishes. I said, you got that right? That speaks to the type of representation that he gives. And it's not only me. So when you hear people coming and they're trying to persuade you with $500 and $5 and promises of jobs and promises of housing, he has been delivering even when he was an ambassador. And that is something that you must remember. His representation didn't just start now. And if you want to see what I mean, please direct your attention to the screen at the back.
In less than 2 years, I have shown the potential of real representation to the people of Central Bastille. We have so much more work to do, and I am ready to deliver for all our people. However, in order to deliver on all the promises, I need your support once more to serve a full term as your Member of Parliament. Everyone in Central Bastille has seen me in action, and you know my heart is in the right place. I'm running again to keep us on track and then to move forward to a construct of genuine partnership and real unity. Let us work together to provide more housing and to lift more people to greater prosperity. We can't stop now. I ask for your vote to complete the task.
So we make through them days.
Come on, Central Bastille, members and friends, help me welcome Central Bastille's only representative, none other than the Honorable Jonelle Powell.
So we make through them days. Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty. I take me phone on me back. Get them on me back. I take me clan on me back. Get them on me back. I take me brethren on me back. Hey, them on me back. I know you me friend them on me back. Hey, them on me back. Take the soldiers around me. Why the enemy can't wrong me? I'm taking the soldiers around me.
Members and friends of the People's Action Movement.
Good
Good night.
friend better than pocket money. We believe in a lawyer.
Welcome to Central Bastille, JP2 Town. Help me put your hands together for our cheer, Didi. She's doing a fantastic job as usual. And I have to say a special thank you to Didi, who was one of two persons along with Nikisha McDowell who nominated me just a few days ago so that my name is on the ballot to run to represent you again. And you know, it's always good to be on a PAM platform to see the sea gold in front of me. Because you know what I say about PAM people, right? PAM people, sweet, sweet, sweet. And nice, nice, nice. I want to also use this opportunity to say a very special congratulations to our very own, from right here in Central Bastille, Miss St. Kitts and Nevis, National Queen, Nikera Nichols, who was crowned last night as the 59th winner of the Miss JC's International Queen Pageant in Antigua. I want to say congratulations to her family as well, who I know must be very proud. They are responsible for making her the woman that she is today. And for those of you who may not know, she is the granddaughter of a Pam stalwart from right here in Central Bastille, the late Romick Phipps. And you know, I had the pleasure of crowning Nikera during the recent 50th anniversary Sugar Mass. Because you know, it's only Jeppy 2 could bring carnival during COVID safely. The so-called Prime Minister never come to one show yet to support our young people during carnival. But I know, come Sugar Mass 51, the next Prime Minister, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, will be there to crown the Queen. But members and friends, it's coming soon. It's only one more week. One more week. One more week of these desperate people masquerading around about government. What government? You ain't know why they're having the election round Culturama? A clown troupe that is pure masquerades. It's one more week of Timo telling the young people of Central Bastille that they can't get no houses because all the houses have to go to number 7 first. It is one more week. One more week of Timo telling the young people of Central Bastille that the best they can do is to cut grass on step or on piece if they're lucky. While this fake cabinet just recently instructed a multi-million-dollar contract to be given from the so-called bankrupt skeleton to the PLP candidate, while young people from Market Street, from McKnight, from Chadwell, from New Road can't get work in this country. Something got to be wrong with that. I say enough is enough. And then on the other side now, the other side of Labour, the old side of Labour, with the same old tricks, I understand that my good friend Marsha Henderson says that Central Bastille has been neglected for far too long. Well, let me remind my good friend Marsha that for 25 out of the last 27 years, Central Bastille has been in the hands of a Labour Party representative. It's only in the last 2 years that things start to happen for people in Central Bastille. Under Jeppy 2. Well, let me tell you something. We ain't going back to old Labour. We ain't going sideways with new Labour. We're only going forward with the People's Action Movement.
None of them, not one of them, none of them can do it like we. None of them, not one of them.
But let me talk some serious business, you know. Because I'm asking all of us to be extremely vigilant. Since Sean take where the O is like the man desperate. He's trying to steal the elections and we cannot allow this to happen, members and friends.
Stop it.
Imagine names adding on list here, names taking off list there, names transferring from one constituency to another constituency and the people ain't asked for no transfer. Down by Lindsay, I understand it's what, 40? 47 names have appeared on the list. They just put out the finalists 2 days ago for the elections. 47 names that came off during the years during the objection processes have gone back on. In Central Bastille, 117 names so far have been added to the list. 117 names have been added to the list that were not on the January annual list, that were not on the February revised list, that were not on the March revised list, that were not on the April revised list, and they were not on the May revised list. But you know, I've already written to the supervisor about the 118 names from May that he wants to put on the list, that shouldn't be on the list. So you realize how the thieving thing go. That is 230-something votes and names that they want to throw on the list in Central Bastille. And I understand that next week, Wednesday, they plan to come out with another final list and add on more names. Well, let me tell you something here. No time. No time.
But I'm not afraid, no,
Let them know that in Central Bastille, we're sleeping with our eyes open. We're sleeping with our eyes open because nobody who is not supposed to vote in Central Bastille will be allowed to vote in Central Bastille.
But I'm so sad he does a rock, they just can't stop me now.
Let me say it again. Nobody who's supposed to vote in Central, voting in Central. Understand that they're bringing in people from all over to vote. But up to last night when I was watching the show, they said Miss Haiti live in St. Kitts. So I wonder if she voting. But you know, even up the road, we realize because they're trying to hide them, They're trying to hide them, but they can't hide from us. So we know the house up the road where they're hiding all the Spanish people that they brought in to vote. Let me tell you something. These election shenanigans are making it clear to see that this Harris cabal is bad for Central Bastille. It is bad for St. Kitts and Nevis. The people that are bad enough. Hey, give me some water there, see? But it's not just electoral fraud, It's not just electoral fraud. I understand the intimidation and the victimization is getting worse as we get closer to election day. They done tell at least one member of my team that after next week Friday, he ain't gonna have no work. Well, tell them Jeppy to say that after next Friday, all of the mold will be cleaned out of the courthouse.
So we may put them there.
The only people that will be losing their work after next week Friday are those 5 people propping up this illegitimate government.
Hey, good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyal.
Even with 2 senators who can vote and nobody vote for, Sean still got more support than them in the parliament. But members and friends, let us not get sidetracked or distracted. Night after night, we on this PAM platform speak about empowerment, upliftment, enfranchisement, betterment. We've intentionally chosen to stay away from the things that are divisive and corrosive. Our country has had an overdose of that bitter medicine in recent times, and we need to purge our souls from that poison. PAM and CCM are administering the medicine to make a difference, to remove the strangulation that has choked us of our best performance. This week, we release our manifesto full of plans rooted in upliftment, in meritocracy. In other words, whoever qualifies will benefit. And let me tell you, we ain't watching no face. We are not concerned about any political colors, or who your parents are, or where you live, or even who you voted for in the last election. But hear me good. I'm not saying that others will not get their fair share. But PAM people must get their fair share.
Good friend better than pocket money. Women.
And the residents of Central Bastia must get their fair share.
Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah.
So here the way forward. Here the way forward. This one movement government will wage a war against poverty through job creation. The people of this constituency have my commitment that jobs will be made available to them in the first 100 days of PAM and CCM being in government.
I come for this work, sign me up. I come for this work, sign me up.
When I'm done with the people of Central Bastia, they can be turning down work left, right, and center.
I come for this work, sign me up. I come for this work, sign me up.
And see how we will empower the people of this constituency and this federation with jobs. Through our new Jobs Now program, we will create 5,000 jobs across this country. The people of this constituency will have opportunities for employment in the building and construction of the Irish Town Boardwalk and the commercial development. There will be jobs for contractors, masons, carpenters, steel benders, architects, engineers, you name it. After it's finished, there will be more opportunities for local entrepreneurs and workers. We're emphasizing local because this project will be reserved exclusively for local people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Everybody must work, work hard.
So I want to invite you all to start thinking about the business ventures that you can get involved in after the boardwalk is built out. Souvenir shops, nightclubs, restaurants, bars, gaming businesses. I don't tell you all, I add a fishing village to the plan. The same way Barbados have the Oistins fish fry on a Friday night, we have a big fish fry and liming down at the Irish Town Boardwalk and development.
Everybody must work.
Our rich history in Central Bastia has been allowed to lay wasted in ruins. The people of Central Bastia are proud people. Pride will be restored when we redevelop the MIS Hall just below us here at Lower Market Street into a modern-day community facility. Here again, the people of constituency number 2 will be directly involved in the rebuilding of this landmark facility. The very place where Marcus Garvey addressed the citizens of our island. When the MIS Hall is rebuilt, it will become a venue to support the arts. Ocola can go back to its old home. New cultural groups and other clubs will find a home there. It will host meetings. All the event planners will be contracted for their services. Catering services to people like Nyla Powell will be available. I'm trying to paint a picture for you that the job opportunities from the clearing of the rubble to the building of the structure, the drawing of the plans to the maintenance of the facility will be squarely in the hands of you, the proud people of constituency number 2. We are declaring a war on poverty throughout the country in general and in the pockets of constituency number 2 in particular. To take people out of poverty, you must give them jobs or provide pathways to employment. That is why I will tap into the $100 million Dream Fund to train and develop our young businessmen and women. Existing small businesses like Jabbo, Wendy and Joy up the road, Pappy down the road, can improve on what they have. Imagine Jabbo might want to put a little upstairs and put some rooms up there. I don't know, start a guest house. Dora might decide to get back in the game. That is what PAM and CCM will bring for the people of this country and this constituency. Through my own Pathway to Entrepreneurship program here in Central Bastia, we will create a hub for training and access to funding for your businesses. As mechanics, social media managers, video game developers, mobile app developers, chefs, digital marketers, even the entertainers must tap into this. Whatever you want to do, whatever your dream is, it will be made a reality through the Dream Fund of the next PAM CCM government. You've heard us speak about the Constituency Development Fund. That too will create opportunities for employment in our constituency, utilizing the skills of our constituents for things like paving and improving the alleys, repairs to the community facilities, community beautification projects, or small community projects will all be undertaken by constituents of Central Bastille. Effectively, you will become caretakers for this constituency and you will get paid for it. We shouldn't have to call anybody from outside of Central if there's a case of garbage pile up and we're cleaning it, when we have truckers right here in our constituency who could do the work and get paid. People like Curdle Lake, Kiki, Sinclair, all of them got trucks. Mr. Brown up the road in Freeman's Village, and all of them will get work and all of them will be paid. In the first 100 days in office, when PAM and CCM launched the $50 million fund to develop sports, entertainment, and the creative industries, I will be the first to line up to ensure that our constituency receives its entertainment and to receive its share so that it can continue to upgrade things like Dorset Park, to build the long overdue James Barman Hanley Indoor Sporting Facility. These two translated into jobs, that means that our masons, carpenters, plumbers, electricians will all directly benefit. That is how JEPI 2 will continue batting to ensure that you have jobs here in Central Bastille. To ensure that when young Daniel Lake from just across the road here comes back with her degree from Taiwan, that we not tell her like PLP to go on this step. We will ensure that there are jobs available for her based on her qualifications. That is what you call people first representation. PAM and CCM are waging a war against poverty through job creation. We are not about handouts. We are about hand-ups.
Everybody must work.
Let me explain. Handouts keep poor people poor. Hand-ups empower people. Better days are coming for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and especially for the people of Central Bastille come the next general election.
Better days are coming, change your ways.
So next week, Friday, is only one more week. Next week, Friday, you got to come out in your numbers. As Diddy said, put a nice little cute X in the box next to the hat and vote for JEPI 2. Because in New Road is licks in the tail.
Good friend, better.
In Chadwell is more licks for them. When we come down on Market Street, is licks, licks, licks again. When we go into McKnight, more licks again. Because Central Bastille ain't going nowhere. We staying with PAM. We staying with JEPI 2. Because Central Bastille locked. Remember, one movement, one people, one federation. Vote for the People's Action Movement and ensure that Sean Richards is the next Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. Vote PAM. Good night, I love you.
So we may do them there. Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty. I take this one on me back. Them on me back. I take me clown on me back. Them on me back. I take me breathing on me back. Hey, them on me back. I'm gonna friend them on me back. Hey.
So after that, you understand why I am passionate about my Janelle Powell? You understand why there is no hesitation for me to drop the X by the hat for my Janelle Powell? And I hope that that is how you feel about the candidate in whatever constituency you are voting in. There must be no hesitation, no second thought. You just go in, drop the X, and then go value mat because you're going to need snacks when everybody else balling. Now, New Road, we are coming on Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can come out right to the side by Johnny's shop and make sure that your name is on the list. So, in JP2 City, we will be in New Road on Sunday afternoon from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm encouraging all the persons in Shadwell, Pine Gardens, New Road, and if you are down here and you want to come up there to check because you're working in the week, you can't get to the office, please come and check your names. It is imperative that you ensure that your names are on the list. Now, I know how we feel in Central Bastia about Jonelle, but anybody in here from Sandy Point? Any Sandy Pointers in the building? How you feel about Sean Richards? If you love your Prime Minister, say, ooh!
I feel good.
You know he's a caring man, say, ooh! If he's dependable, say, ooh! If he's loyal, say, ooh! So how he's all these things and people out there who in dead last want you vote for them instead of Sean Richards. People who are in dead last want you go for the bronze instead of the gold. That makes sense? That can't make sense. So you're going to leave dependable representation to go with somebody who got last? Tell them Pam people brighter than that. Tell them Pam people smarter than that. Tell them Pam people more loyal than that. If you love your Prime Minister, if you know that he is dependable, caring, compassionate, loyal, make some noise right now.
Yeah, SP, Patrice again. John, we love you, and I can tell you love us too. We feel you, we can feel your love and pushing through. Just know we vote for you. You need to light up the
But before I invite him, I don't know how the thing going on. Come like I got to give Ayo and the DJ some half mark tonight because I don't know. I don't know very well. What am I going to ask you to do right now? Exactly. Please direct your attention to the screen at the back.
Today begins the new future of St. Kitts and Nevis. Today, we look to PAM and CCM to restore stability and continuity of the programs of good governance and prosperity for all. Today, we turn to new leadership and away from a path of destruction and control by one family. From today, we put country above self. Today we turn to PAM and CCM, who represent the best hope for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis. Vote PAM and CCM under the trusted leadership of the Honorable Sean Richards.
Together we stand, brothers. Together.
Okay, Pepper Seed, the first time was a false alarm. You could come now. Pamites, help me welcome the next Prime Minister, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards.
Sean Richards, the best leader. Oh, you come, true. You go bring your friends, I go bring my friends, and we friends will all vote together. Cause Sean is the best man for the country, the best leader for we. We voting for Sean Richards. We going with fun. We voting Sean Richards, Lord. Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Right now we need a strong leader, a man who could make things better. From Sandy Point
members and friends of the People's Action Movement, good evening. Central Bastia Massive, you here? Yeah! Central Bastia, you're in the house? No gimmicks? No gimmicks? No gimmicks? Next election? This you on a roll tonight, boy. Huh? You ain't easy. All right, Addis. We must win Addis. All the time, Pam. Thank you, Addis. Tonight, I welcome all of you to Central Bastia as we meet again to discuss what is possible. And to all the persons out there who are still undecided as to who you are going to vote for on August the 5th, I said to you, vote PEM. If you have been PEM and you're still undecided, I said to you, come home to the best political party in St. Kitts. Come home to the People's Action Movement. Come home. Come home to PEM, because PEM represents the best hope for this country. We in PEM, we have the best team. We have the bright and caring team of visionary leaders here in PEM. We are willing, we are ready, and we are able to be part of this journey that will take us to the next level. We used to have a candidate in East Bastia who used to say, take off. Y'all remember the candidate? Mallet. Mallet used to say, take off. It is time to take off with the People's Action Movement, because we are taking you to the next level. This is the party that you can call the People's Champion. This is the People's Action Movement. And every one of the candidates, whether old or new, they're all here to represent you.
So this one's for the people, champion for the people, come to lead the people, yeah.
Tonight, I want to say a very special thank you to Janelle for representing the youth of this federation. He has represented the young people of this federation well, and I am confident that he will continue to do so. We saw his performance as the Minister of Education, and we are all proud of the fact that it is an excellent job as the Minister of Education. We have seen the heart that he has for the development of young people. Jonel is a caring young man who cares about the young people of this country. His fight for young people is admirable. He brings a viciousness to him when he speaks and advocates on behalf of young people in this country. It was Jonel who ensured that a number of young persons was able to go to Dubai and participate in the Dubai Expo. That is because he recognizes that young people need exposure. The more they are exposed to other countries and other cultures, the more they are able to bring back ideas and help to develop themselves and to develop this country. I have heard him in cabinet. I have heard him in parliament. And I have heard him on the campaign trail and on every single platform that he has had the opportunity to stand on, to stand up and speak on behalf of young people. Give Jonel a round of applause. He has made the cause of the young people a personal cause. It is dear to him, and that is why he continues to speak on behalf of young people, especially here in Central Bastille. During this campaign, we have had the opportunity to sit down in his campaign office with many of the young men from the McKnight and the Irish Town community and to discuss with them opportunities that he intends to give to them after we form the next government on the 5th of August. I have heard him speaking about the repairs that he has done to the playfield down there in the Irish Town area and how he ensured that young persons got the contracts to do those jobs down there. Again, because he cares about young people. He understands that all young people need in this country is an opportunity to be able to develop themselves. That is what caring representation is all about. And so in Central Bastille, that is why we are happy to have Jonel as part of the team here in Central Bastille.
Hey, good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty.
So I say to you, the people of Central Bastille, that because of the actions of a selfish man, Jonel has only been your representative for less than 2 years, but within those 2 years, Jonel has performed. I am therefore making the case to you tonight to give Jonel a full 5 years to be able to do even better on behalf of you, the people of Central Bastille. His vision for this constituency is a very bold vision. It was just on Tuesday that Jonel and I, it was Tuesday or Wednesday? It was Wednesday, yesterday. Man, you on top of things. You're in tune. It was just on Wednesday that I said to Jonel, is that the 2 previous days, I did my turning point live with 2 of the other candidates, Milo and Shani. I said I want to go and do the one with you on Wednesday morning. When I spoke to Jonel, it was after our manifesto launch down in Green Tree. This is after midnight. He said, no problem. And so I said, okay, I'm going to meet you by the playfield there next to the gardens. When we got there, he said, it is not there, it is not here, I want to do the live. Let us go around the corner. We went around the corner, and Jonel showed me the living conditions of some persons there in the Irish Town community. He said, since the last general elections, he went there with the illegitimate man. And the illegitimate man gave a promise to the persons living there in that alley that better will come for them. That better hasn't come. And so when some of you ask why we have left, it is because of the persons living in that alley why we have left. In this modern day and age, you shouldn't have persons living in those conditions. Persons still using pit latrines. Persons still without kitchen facilities on the inside. Persons complaining that they have no electricity and they don't have any running water in their homes. In Bastille, Central Bastille, an area where when persons come off of the cruise ship, these are some of the places that they're able to see. We were able to speak to some of the residents. A gentleman who was also there said to us that one of the abandoned lots has been causing rats and other rodents to inhabit it. He said a rat came into his house one time and nibbled on his toe. You and I know that rat biting you can cause you to become sick and die. No one should have, just list that rabies. It begins with a leper or something. Leper, sky rope, I ain't calling it either. I tie up my tongue. But you get the point. You get the point. Imagine people in this century living in those type of conditions right here in Bastille. Jonel wants to build a better community for Central Bastille. I am saying to you, the people of Central Bastille, to give Jonel the opportunity to build those better communities here in Central Bastille. I am a man who you can trust. PAM is a party which keeps its promises to the people. And we said to the people of Central Bastille that with Sean Richards as the Prime Minister, with Jonel Powell as your representative, with PAM as your government, that better welcome to the people here in Central Bastille.
Who is the man for the mission? Who is the one with the vision? Who is the man where you listen? Nobody better than this one. Who is the man for the mission? Who is the one with the vision? Who is the one where you listen?
I will not be putting any obstacles in the way of Jonel, because Jonel's plans are about people, and PAM believe in putting people first, not putting obstacles before the people. I said to you in Central tonight that some of you might be friendly with other candidates here in Central Bastille, but whether it is one Labour Party or the next Labour Party, it is the same Labour Party, and being friends with those candidates will not serve your best interests. It is all well and good to be friendly with the other candidates, but at the end of the day, those candidates are with a party headed by selfish people only concerned about themselves. I am sure that in West Bastille, you had some persons who voted for the PLP candidate there last time around out of friendship. Some of them felt that because of that friendship, they would have received a house. But when the 15 free houses came from Venezuela, not a single person in West Bastille benefited from any of those houses by being a friend of the candidate. So I said to you, being a friend of the candidate will not help you, especially when you have selfish leadership in place that they cannot speak to. Selfish leadership that doesn't respect them. Jonel has my full respect. I consider Jonel as a friend and a colleague, and whatever is available will be available to Jonel and the people of Central Bastille.
Nobody better than this one. Cheppy too, in a seat too.
So if you vote for all Labour and New Labour here in Central Bastille, you're either returning to Denzel Douglas as the Prime Minister, or you're returning to the selfish man as the Prime Minister. A vote for any Labour, whether old or new, is a vote to return Douglas and the selfish man to power in this country. You have seen how New Labour behaves. And New Labour graduated from old Labour. They came from the same old school. For 18 or more years, he was there with all Labour from the very start in 1995. When all Labour came into government, he was there with them. Same school. Same school. Graduated from. I don't want to confuse any of you, but it is pretty simple. A vote for all Labour or a vote for New Labour is a vote for Labour. If any one of them get back into office, St. Kitts and Nevis will experience the worst victimization and economic catastrophe in our entire history. Because one trying to get back in there to victimize all the people who he felt got him out of there. And I have told you already of the other one. You put up something on Facebook about him. He said move you from that job because you said something bad about him. That is how he operates. I have seen it for myself. Right now, all sorts of state resources are being used to finance this election. Many of you applied for PAP over and over again, couldn't get it. Now all kind of people going on the PAP program. Many of you applied for jobs on the STEP program, couldn't get it. Now everybody can get on the STEP program. You have foreign nationals been living in this country. And before time, they go to renew the visa. They got to pay the full amount of money. They got to renew work permit. They have to pay the full amount of money. Now all of a sudden, because the people decide they're ready to get rid of you, everything free. Everything free. And so I want to ask those persons, is this someone who really cares about you? Who when COVID was here and you were out of jobs, couldn't pay, couldn't take a decision in your interest to reduce or to eliminate the fees? Nothing like that happened. But all of a sudden now, you can get it. Persons from Haiti, he took a decision that no visas will be given to anyone coming in from Haiti. Now because he's looking for votes from the Haitian community, all the Haitians who want visas, they can get visas. Well, how is it that within the last 2 years, you couldn't get no visa? Now he's saying to parents, you could get tax-free this and tax-free that for going back to school. You had the brunt of COVID over the last 2 years. And how come when you were out of work, you couldn't get anything? You think he really care about you? It is because an election is coming and he's looking for your support. The man only cares about his family and his close friends. Lindsay can tell you that he has said to us in cabinet on more than one occasion that Douglas taught him that when it comes to an election, if you have to spend off the whole treasury, spend it off. He has said that on more than one occasion in cabinet. He said if you have to bankrupt the country to win an election, bankrupt the country. If you get back in there, he said, then you worry about it. Or if somebody else get in there, let a person worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. That is the mentality of the man. Bankrupt the country if he has to bankrupt the country. And that is why we are saying, he doesn't care about you. It is about bankrupting the country in order to win a general election.
You don't care for me at all.
You cannot allow that to happen. I said to you tonight, don't be fooled. This isn't any friend election. It's far too serious. You must vote for the security of this country. You must vote for the party that has laid out plans for the future while illustrating the tremendous benefits PAM government has brought to this country. Check our record. It is there for all of you to check it out. Friends, you have seen our manifesto. And I want to say a very special thank you to all of you who gave us the ideas for our manifesto, because those ideas came from you. It sets out our framework for development, empowerment, and prosperity of this nation, and most importantly, of our people. What is most compelling is that the manifesto was crafted by you, the people. The ideas came from you. We listened to your vision for the development of this country in which you want to live, the kind of future that you want for yourself, and the kind of future that you want for your children, and how you would wish for us to fashion that future. We will not apologize. We have no apology to make for setting our sights that high, or for being too ambitious in our details, because PAM has proven to you that PAM can do what it says. Development of any country demands bold and audacious thinking and actions. We are already too far behind as a nation. Our efforts and our trust must propel us far into the future. Those of you who heard my address earlier this evening, I unveiled to you what we recall our GET plan. GET, G-E-T. GET stands for gasoline, electricity, and telecommunications. Those of you who drive, right now you got to buy gas. Gas is over $18 per gallon. I remember a few times I go in by the gas station, I tell them full up. When they're done, I look out. I watch the meter to see if the attendant really telling me the truth. I say, you serious? They ask me what? I say, with the price. I say, well, how much it is a gallon? Because the price right now is sky high. You see the horse they use for nomination there? Sometimes I wonder if it ain't just as cheap to go around on a horse because of the price of gasoline. So what did I say to you today? I said to you that a PAM and CCM administration will cap the price of gasoline at $14 per gallon. $14 per gallon. The highest it can be is at $14 per gallon. Nothing higher than that.
John, we love you, and I can tell you love us too. We feel you.
So you don't go to the gas station and it costs 15 and 16 and 17 and 18 and it's going to get higher. 19 and 20 and 21 and $22 a gallon. Because when it gets so high, it affects just about everything. The bus drivers, they want an increase in fares because they're paying more for gasoline. The persons operating businesses, they want to increase the prices because the price of gasoline affects just about every single thing. And we are saying that under these tough economic times, that we must bring relief to you, the people. We have heard your cries. With regard to electricity, we have said that those persons who are on the PAP and they have electrical bills in arrears, that your electrical bills, your arrears, will be taken care of by the government, so you get a fresh start in terms of your electricity bills.
Go tell everybody he's the best man for the country right now.
We also said to those persons that each month you will receive $100 towards the payment of your electricity. And the $100 doesn't come in your hand. It will go to the electricity department as a credit against your electricity bill.
And with a plan who cares and understand this election, we going with PAM. We voting Sean Richard.
if your electricity bill is $120 a month, when you go to Skelec, you only pay Skelec $20 because the government already paid $100 on your behalf.
Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Right now, we need a strong leader, a man who could make things better from Sandy Point to friggin' Bay.
And the same will also apply to the people of Nevis, because it's going to be a PAM CCM government, and we are about one movement, one people, one country serving one God. We also say that in terms of those who invest in solar electricity, we want you to go green. So whether it is wind or solar you invest in, we will give you credits for those. We will ensure that those items are duty free. We will ensure that it becomes as cheap as possible to power your homes with alternative energy sources. With regards to telecommunications, we said to you, we want to lower the rates that you pay for your cell phone bill. The money that you're going to pay to top up your phone, we want when you top up your phone, you could get more talking time and more data time when you top up your phone. We want when you go throughout the Eastern Caribbean that you don't have to pay any roaming fees. So if you go from here to Antigua, Dominica, Grenada, any Eastern Caribbean country, you pay as if you're still here in St. Kitts. One planet. And we will work with Ectel to bring these into being. We also said to you that in terms of number portability, and as far as I know, the legislation has been put in place. So if you have a phone number with Digicel, such as myself, and tomorrow you decide you want to go to Flow, you can take the same number that you have with Digicel and change your service to Flow. You shouldn't have to change your number because you've changed the service provider. This campaign is about what is possible. It is about taking ideas from you, the people, and making them reality on behalf of you, the people. It is about prioritizing your needs and having the will to go further than we have ever gone in this country. It's about the movement that is able to take this country there. We have made many, many strides together. And as I have said, much of the gains of this nation have been inspired by PAM. Whether it is in tourism, the Southeast Peninsula, Port Zante, inspired by PAM. Some of the young people in this country will not know that it is PAM which built CFBC. Before that time, the college used to be part of Bastia High School in the back area. PAM decided to bring that to an end and to give CFBC its own campus, and it's PAM who built it. It's just that by the time it finished building, the government had changed. Don't let nobody fool you. PAM has invested in the education of this country. The Bronte Welsh Primary School built by PAM. Dr. William Connor Primary School built by PAM. Tyrrell Williams Primary School built by PAM. Sandy Point Primary School built by PAM. And as you go throughout the length and breadth of this country, many of the primary schools that you're seeing were built by a PAM administration.
They won't build no schools anymore. All they build will be prison.
We brought the Citizenship by Investment program to this country. We gave you schools meals. We gave you free examination fees. We lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. It's PAM that did all of those things. So I said to you, check our record. We appreciate the fact that we have a full task ahead. There are also so many people that we need to grab from the jaws of poverty. So many housing needs to meet, and that is why we have said within the first term, we are going to build 1,000 houses here in St. Kitts. We have jobs to create. You have seen your plan, and we have outlined to you how we will achieve your plan. We have created the Jobs Now program to meet the employment needs in the short term, even while we prepare for the more sustainable jobs that will come. We have said to you, and I don't know how many of you remember, we are going to create a ministry by the name of Jobs Creation. A ministry just to create jobs for the people in this country. The sole purpose of that ministry is to focus on ensuring that jobs are created for you, the young people here in Central Bastille.
I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, sign me up. I come for this one, sign me up.
Whoever heads that ministry has the responsibility to create jobs for our people. That is how important the unemployment issue is to me in this country. I want to give it special attention. I want to give it special focus. I want a minister to concentrate on the creation of jobs, because jobs must come to the young people of this country, and they must come starting almost immediately. I don't want that minister to be sitting down in any office, but to be going out there speaking to persons from the private sector, speaking to potential investors, speaking to those who want to invest in the Dream Fund as to how jobs will be created for young people in this country. To the young men in McKnight, the young men here in Market Street, the young men in Irish Town, I said to you that your job situation will be specifically addressed by a PAM and CCM administration through a ministry that will focus on the creation of jobs. That minister, that ministry, when he comes into work, he must be saying jobs, jobs, jobs. When he goes out to lunch, he must say jobs, jobs, jobs. When he goes to sleep and he dreams, he must dream jobs, jobs, jobs. When he wakes up in the morning and he goes to exercise, he must be exercising to the tune jobs, jobs, jobs.
Every person must work. Every person must work.
We have spoken about the $100 million Dream Fund, and it has excited many young persons in this country. Just yesterday when I had my meetup down in Fig Tree, there's a fisherman by the name of Relady. Ray came up to me and he said, that Dream Fund that you all have spoken about, I want it put in place as soon as possible because I want to expand my fishing business. I said, Ray, that Dream Fund of $100 million is created for young people just like you who want to expand and realize your dreams in this country. We have said to you that the Citizenship by Investment program, so long as it is in place, must be used to develop healthcare in this country. And that is why you must get a brand new hospital. That is why you must get national insurance. That is why the clinics must be better equipped to serve your needs. We will accelerate our efforts to build a modern, technologically savvy society, one that is globally competitive, but one that also meets the demands here at home. In that regard, I want to point out persons like Kimberly Knight, a young person who understands the technology, and all some of these young people need are the resources to be able to expand. When you come to these meetings, you see the screens on the back. You see the place set up. You're hearing the noise. Everything is young people who we have setting up these things. And we want to ensure that we build the type of society that those young people can continue to build upon their skills and their craft. No one must be left behind. You have Mr. Cable right there. Mr. Cable is also into technology. Mr. Cable has developed an app that you can use for election purposes right here in this country. These are the persons that we must take advantage of and give them the resources to further develop their skills. Our policies for growth and unemployment will see poverty levels cut in half, unemployment drastically decrease, and a diversified and sustainable economy to withstand external shocks such as seen in the ongoing pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and the annual natural threats and disasters that we face, such as hurricanes. And somewhere in that vision, we must be able to feed ourselves. It can't be that almost everything that we need, we have to buy in a supermarket, almost everything imported, when we have such good land in this country. So be it agriculture, from the fishery standpoint, the poultry standpoint, the plant standpoint, we have to develop our agriculture sector. You know, normally, the Prime Minister would appoint persons to different portfolios. But Troy has already decided he will be Minister of Agriculture, and he has the experience, he has the skill set to be the next Minister of Agriculture in this country. The vulnerable must not go hungry, nor the elderly without adequate pensions and health care. We must tap into our better angels, our better selves, for we are more than what we currently do for those persons. It pains my heart when persons are going to call me and tell me they don't even have money to buy the next meal, not just for themselves, but also for their children. When people call you into their homes and open their fridge, such as a young man in East Bastia just last week, and all you see in the fridge is water. Nothing in there. You open the cupboards, and the cupboards are empty. That cannot be the standard that we set for the vulnerable in this country. We must ensure that just as some of us are able to develop, that those persons are also given a helping hand. Families should not be seen to be without basic needs, nor should children attend school without meals or the tools to aid their learning and development. It is in that regard that we must applaud the Honorable Lindsey Grant, because he has ensured that many of the primary school children in his constituency get breakfast because they cannot get it at home before they go to school. Our youth must not fall into trouble due to lack of social care and services. Our delinquents must not be sent to prison as a first resort without attempts at rehabilitation. Prisons must not be the answer to curing social ills. A $2.4 billion prison cannot be the answer to our young delinquent persons.
All them build will be prison. They won't build no schools anymore.
What I don't understand, I saw a list today of over just about 1,100 persons on the peace program. If you have 1,100 persons on a peace program, why do you need a brand new prison for $2.4 billion? I said to those persons on the peace program to ask yourself whether or not one selfish man has an intention to bring the peace program to an end, and that is why he's building a prison to ensure that he has a prison for you all. You must ask yourself that question. If you are not getting into trouble, you are behaving, why do you need a prison for $2.4 billion? Who do you plan to put in that prison for $2.4 billion? Building a prison for $2.4 billion cannot represent who we are as a people. Who we are as a people is Jonel. Who we are as a people is Shani. It's Milo. It's Lindsay. It's Troy. It's Lincoln. It's Chesley. Who we are as a people is Alex. Is Carl Brown. Is Wing. Is Kimber. Is Amai. Hardest one to name call is Hardest. Is Prince. Is Coach Wallace. Is Charmaine. Is Janet. Is Rusty. Who we are as a people. All of you out there, that's who we are as a people. We are a nation of hard-working, talented and caring people. We are a nation that tolerates differences and promotes inclusivity. We are a nation that understands that Nevis is just as important as St. Kitts to this federation.
Man a champion! Champion!
We are a nation that knows no other creed than, as the Bible says, we must be our brother's keepers. And we must never ever lose sight of who we are. Whether it is for politics or religion or geography, we must never ever lose sight as to who we are. We are forever one people, guided by the same God that continues to bless all of us and continues to prosper us and continues to see us through. The same God that we must continue to give thanks to for all of our many blessings. And when we vote on election day, we are voting for a better future for this one people under one movement, agitating for a better day for all. Together we can, and together we will build this nation. One child, one young man, one young woman, one grandparent at a time. But together we can and will do it. PAM and CCM, one movement to lead this country and to serve all of the people of this country. All we ask of you, all we ask of you, all we ask of you is to simply give us that one opportunity to show how far we can go together as one people. On election day, vote for the candidates of the People's Action Movement. On election day, vote for the candidates of CCM. On election day, whether you're in constituency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, vote for the candidates of the People's Action Movement.
Voting PAM, voting PAM.
Vote for your future. And so tonight, I ask all of the candidates to come forward. Take a good look at them. We are all different. We are all unique. But we are all patriots of St. Kitts and Nevis just like you. We share your aspirations. We share your goals. We are from the same communities that you come from. Whether it is Jonel from the McKnight community, Whether it is Lindsay, who was born in West Farm. Whether it was Milo, who was born in Trafalgar. In Trafalgar. Shani, where you born up, Jennifer? Shani, who was born up at Jennifer. Chesley was born in Kayan. Chesley was born in Kayan. Where? Joy, no, you ain't born on the farm, he born Jennifer too. And Lincoln David Pell, who was born in Lodge. So some born at Jennifer, born Jennifer too. Some born at Jennifer, but some born right in the communities that you come from. Living in the communities that you live in. We understand your needs, and we are here as the best team to represent you come the 5th of August. I ask you to give all of us your support. I ask you to vote for a better St. Kitts and Nevis. I ask you to vote for your growth and development. Vote for the hat on the 5th of August. Good night, and God bless all of you.
Sean Richards, the best leader. All you come, true. You go bring your friends, I go bring my friends, and we friends will all vote together. Cause Sean is the best man for the country, the best leader for we. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord. A man with a plan who cares and understand this election. We going with fun. We voting Sean Richards. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord. A man with a plan who cares and understand this election. We going with fam. We voting Sean Richards, Lord. Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Who we voting for? We keeping the peace. Step for everybody. Better housing solution. Fixing healthcare and employment. For Sean Richards.
Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty. So we made through them day. Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty. I tell you this one on me back. Them on me back. I tell you this clan. Them on me back, I tell you me brethren on me back. Hey, them on me back, I know let me friend them on me back. Hey, them on me back, tell you this.
For whatever. What a meeting. What a meeting. Pamites, how you feeling? How you feeling? That is what representation sounds like, and this is what representation looks like. On August 5th, I encourage you to make a nice, neat X in the box next to the hat. On August 5th, I encourage you to make a nice, neat X in the box next to the hat. Now, don't forget that on Saturday, there is a drive-through involving constituencies 1, 2, and 3. Tomorrow, there is the youth rally and also the launch of the youth empowerment agenda. Remember that the PAM party is putting people first. It's putting families first, and it's ensuring that there is more for young people. And so tomorrow we are launching the youth agenda. So let me start in order. Tomorrow, launch of the youth agenda, 7 p.m., Ponds Extension. Saturday, drive-through with constituencies 1, 2, and 3. Constituency 2, New Road in particular. The team will be outside of Johnny's shop, or let me say across from Johnny's shop, and you can come and check your names on the list. That's 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you want to recap again? Friday, launch of the youth agenda, 7 p.m., Ponds Extension. Saturday, drive-through, constituencies 1, 2, and 3. Constituency 2, on Sunday, we are on the other side of Johnny's shop, New Road. Please come and check your name. We want to avoid the funny business and make sure that on August 5th, you can make a nice, neat X in the box next to the hat. Now, all good things must come to an end, but it's only coming to an end until tomorrow. As usual, you know it. My name is Didi. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to turn over the rest of the evening to DJ Terror. So, DJ Terror, read him up.
Man a champion.